You go.
Alright.
Welcome to this special Devron Davis interview for Draft Utopia. We're here with the Texas San Antonio cornerback to talk about what his goals are for the upcoming season in Texas San Antonio, because this is a school that's gotten a lot of recognition and publicity this year. I'm sure you're proud of that as a member of that football team. So tell us about what it's been like heading into this season, Devron.
We got a players coach, head coach, and Frank Wilson. He's preaching the team, and right now we're all just molding and bonding as brothers, as one team, and it's just really no individuals. It's just all about getting this team better, and that'll all take care of itself on September 2nd when we play Houston. So. That's just been the biggest thing, just team bonding and doing anything to help the team get better, and that's all we can ask from our head coach.
Excellent. I saw your tape against Josh Reynolds, and it was pretty impressive. What was the game plan towards shutting him down? Because that's the one performance, the signature performance that everyone says that puts you on the map.
Really, Coach Golden, the night before we went and played Texas A&M, Coach Golden told me that he was going to put me one-on-one with Josh Reynolds. He said he was the SEC leading receiver, and he was very dynamic for the last 2 years. And he said he was going to put trust in me to guard him by myself. And I accepted the challenge, and at this position, you got to have confidence, and you got to be that guy. So I accepted the challenge. I told him I'd do anything he needed me to do, and he said, "Go get after him." So that's.
So it sounds like you really can't. Usually, the way you like to be able to go into games is being able to be a little bit more physical, or do you kind of focus more on like the coverage aspect?
It's a little bit of both. You don't see too many corners that like to be aggressive and like to hit and like to do tackling and things like that. And I kind of wanted to change the game and be a different kind of corner. You got some guys that just want to solely focus on covering and stuff like that, and that's not me. I feel like I want to be an overall player that can do both and hit and cover and do the things that necessary to be perfect, honestly.
Yeah, and that's what really not only stay in coverage.
Coach Golden put me in man, but if we got some guys that are not as adequate, and we can watch the quarterback throw the ball and leave his front shoulder and play the ball, then we'll play some zone. But 9 times out of 10, it just depends on who we're playing and what kind of personnel they have that week. But me personally, I like being a man covered. I like the competitiveness of just being one-on-one with somebody and totally taking them out the game. So.
That's really cool, man. I like that answer. That's really good. I kind of like how it sounds like you go with a really strategic approach based on what your coaches say. So that kind of shows that you really like to be able to accept the coaching and stuff like that. So on that note as well, speaking of coaches, what team on the NFL do you really hope drafts you or gives you that big shot?
Oh, that day would be so special for me. it wouldn't really matter. Anybody that gave me a chance to be drafted and picked up, and just to be in the NFL, that's an honor for me, and that's something I want to do. And if I get that chance, that'll be great.
Very cool. Pull up my list of questions.
There were schools like there were rumors that you turned down scholarships from schools like Alabama, LSU, Oklahoma, Ohio State to go to Texas San Antonio. What was the process like when making the decision? Was it you wanting to be close to home, or did Texas San Antonio just have a really good campus visit, or was there something about the campus that stood out to you?
Initially, I was silently committed to UCLA. I was going to UCLA, and me and Coach Meek down there were real close and things like that. And then Terry Fair at Colorado State, he went to Colorado State, but he was initially at Tennessee, and he was recruiting me at Tennessee, and we had a close relationship because he was on him and Adoree Jackson. Kind of funny story. Adoree Jackson was going to go to Tennessee because me and Adoree know each other, and we were talking. And he ended up going to USC because of personal reasons. But the coach that they had there right now is just like was great. And I initially signed with Colorado State, but me and Frank Wilson, he offered me at LSU when he was there, and then he ended up coming to UTSA and being the head coach here. And we also had a great relationship, and I ended up signing with UTSA. He brought me to his house. He showed me around. He showed me around campus. He showed me all over UTSA and stuff like that, and the community and things like that, and showed me the players. And that's what sold me on coming to UTSA.
That's a really cool story, and what you've been able to do is pretty sensational as far as game tape goes. What other opponents besides Houston are you looking forward to facing this year?
We also play Baylor the second game, and then play Louisiana Tech. But
You are unmuted.
Yeah, Louisiana Tech as well. I mean, obviously they win the conference thing there every year, and they always have explosive offense, so they'll be pretty good as well.
I mean, do you like playing the more explosive offenses just because it's able to give you more experience? So in case you do get that chance in the NFL, you kind of have a better ability to be able to kind of see like the different types of style of play, I guess you'd say. So it kind of gives you a better idea to make readings or jump a play if you need to.
Yeah, because with more explosive offense, it's a timing thing. They're going to chase you vertically, and they also going to throw some three-step routes at you, intermediate routes and things like that. It's a combination of things, really.
Okay. Now, my next receiver, or just any receiver in particular?
You can never watch enough. I think whenever I get a chance to get in the film room and watch the receiver that is a problem, and you want to watch every receiver. You never really know. Film doesn't tell you everything, so I think I treat every opponent the same, and every opponent is a star receiver for me, and that's just how I look at it.
That was a really respectable answer, man. I really like that.
Yeah.
That was pretty insightful.
Did you have any other questions?
I can't really. Questions do you have, Ryan?
I guess one of my favorite parts about the NFL and getting ready for that time of year though is, are you looking forward to trying to get some of the invites from the professional teams to work out to be able to have them come out and see you work out, or are you kind of nervous about it?
No, I wouldn't be really nervous. I've been playing football for a long time. I got family that plays in the NFL. My cousin Steven Nelson, he plays for the Chiefs, and then I got my stepbrother who plays for the Rams, Devron Davis, and then Brandon Cooks. I went to high school with him my senior year, so I've been around league guys. I know what it takes, and it's just it's a business and it's a job, so it should be treated that way.
Quick question.
Do you feel like that gives you an advantage by being able to have the friends and family members that are in the NFL because they're able to say, hey, go ahead and do this, this, and that?
Yeah, definitely. I talk to my cousin all the time. He actually just started this year for the Chiefs in the secondary, so he's a great role model for me to know what to expect and how to practice like a pro and carry yourself like a pro every day.
I got a quick question. Was Oregon State in the running for one of the schools you were looking at signing with? Because they did get Brandon Cooks and your cousin, Steven Nelson. He was on Oregon State. I had a pretty high grade on him a few years ago, but...
Yeah, definitely. If Mike Riley would have never left Oregon State, then 9 times out of 10 I would have been there. I came on an unofficial visit over there, and then Mike Riley was, after I left, he had just left to Nebraska, so it was like, it kind of messed up the whole situation.
That's unfortunate, but it's good to know that you're still committed and disciplined with your craft at football, and talk about some of the cover techniques, like cover 1, cover 2, cover 3, some of the coverage schemes that you've been incorporated in at UTSA.
Well, UTSA is a 4-2-5 defense. We range in a lot of one-hand system as well, and we play cover 3. We run some cover 2. So we're pretty flexible in our coverage, but we base out of man coverage though.
Yeah,
and I almost feel like that gives you an advantage too, because a lot of people, in my eyes anyways, if you're going to be a shutdown cornerback in the NFL, a lot of people need to be able to play man-to-man coverage, and I feel like that's something you're really good at. So I really got to say, I'm surprised you're not higher on people's boards. Based on my evaluations, that easily would give you between round 2 and round 5 grade. You pretty much are the complete package, so that's really shows a lot of hard work on your part as well in training.
Yeah. It's fun. I think people kind of want to see this next year. Being as though I got here one day before camp last year it took me a while to get the system. Started the last 3 games. I played in every game. So I think this year is going to be a testament of my character and who I am, and just to show scouts that I'm exactly what I put on film, and you are who you are. You are who you put on film. So that's just the reality of it.
Now, a big word that floats around in the NFL when it comes to the draft is character and different things like that. Clearly, you've displayed that you have a very strong and good character. I definitely respect you as a person as well. So, I guess my question would be, what do you like to do for fun? What separates you from the guy in the NFL that's going to go out to the bar every night and go party? What makes you you?
It's funny. When I'm not working out or doing extra work, I'm a homebody. I like to stay home and get on my iPad and watch film. And, football is a big part of my life. I watch YouTube and watch other corners and see what they do well and see if that can help my game. Just anything that has to do with football, that's me 24/7. So I'm really a football fanatic. If I wasn't playing football, I'd have to be coaching or something.
Oh, nice, nice. Now, you said that you watched game film on, like, other corners. Which corners in the NFL do you try and, like, make your game the most like? And then which ones do you kind of say, wow, man, that's the guy who I hope I have a legacy like that someday?
You know, we got a lot in the NFL. I think Patrick Peterson is really good and technically sound. I like Malcolm Butler as well. He's really technically sound, and Richard Sherman, of course. And I like those gritty kind of guys, underdog kind of guys as well. So it's a mixture of everything.
Love that
Very
answer.
Nice, very nice.
What was I gonna ask? Like, how much press coverage have you had? Because
like 60% press. I think this year they're not even allowing us to play any off coverage. We're gonna play 99% press coverage, depending on formation. Press team. That's what we want to do. The fade ball is the least percentage throw in college football. So we want to press and force the receiver to compete for the ball and just being physical and getting them off the red line and doing little things like that to impede his release or whatever we can. And press is the best thing to do in those situations.
routine, like when it comes to conditioning and staying in shape?
Well, we do 110 tests. We do 110 tests and things like that. But me personally, by myself, I run heels, I do ladders, I do extra footwork things, and that all comes with it. Just on a daily training at quarterback corner, you cannot have enough footwork and enough hip mobility. So those kind of things help me get better every year.
I could not agree more with that. Footwork, whether it's hiking or climbing or just anything outdoors, recreational, that's a perfect answer.
All right, I have a good question. With all this training, what's the diet like?
Wow.
I don't want to be hearing no Sour Patch Kids.
No, it's not. Maybe every now and then, but our coach tries to give us the best diet. You know, obviously we're college students, so it's not like we're gonna be eating filet mignon or anything like that. But yeah, we pretty much eat what we can. They try to put a lot of salads and stuff in our diet and things like that to keep us on the right track. Take some vitamins and stuff like that. I mean, that's pretty much it. It's a solid diet, chicken based and salad based diet, but not too bad.
All right. Very good.
What was your favorite team to watch growing up for both college and NFL before you committed to UTSA?
Growing up, I really, in college, I liked LSU because, Tyrann Mathieu was a big thing. He was one of the best defensive players in college football history, and he motivated me every day to just go play football and do the little games for him. NFL, I think I like the Raiders with Rich Gannon and those guys. I like Tyrone Wheatley. Guys were fun to watch.
I love it. Get bonus points for old school Raiders, not these new school Raiders like Carr, Cooper. They're beasts too, but I'm kind of an old school NFL guy myself, so I really respect that answer.
I do too, to a point, but I am a Broncos fan. Born and raised, so tell me about your friends and family working out at the Kansas City Chiefs.
That makes sense.
Oh man. So, out of curiosity, what was your major? What are you trying to major in for college right now?
I'm majoring in sociology.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
me. That's all I had, Chris.
That's all I had. That was Devron Davis, UTSA, Texas San Antonio cornerback, and he's a 2018 draft prospect. He's pursuing his degree in sociology, and he blanketed Josh Reynolds on tape. Thanks for joining us on our interview, Devron, and good luck with your season this year.
All right, appreciate you guys.
As always, have a wonderful day, sir.